Hello friends, Heidi here from Rain Country. God is good all the time. Well, as you can see, my grapevines are taking over, and believe it or not, right in this area here, I already just harvested a whole bunch back. Yeah, and for those of you who are following me on Steam It, you would have seen my Steam It post where I was pruning back around the solar lights. Well, I'm giving up. I had a solar light right back in there, and a solar light right back in there, and I moved them out to the main garden on the sides of those posts there. So with that in mind, as I'm busy having to hack these things back so we can actually walk through here out to the main garden and have a little bit of light coming in onto the deck. So what I'm doing is I'm harvesting the grape leaves as well. I'm not just throwing all this out. Man, I have tons more to do. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to tell you what I do, show you and tell you what I do with my grape leaves. I try not to let much go to waste around here. And grape leaves have uses. So I'm going to take you inside and show you what I got going on. Alright, so here I am in the kitchen. And you can see I already have a bunch of grape leaves on a tray. I've got some more over here, and I'm going to be making some more trays. Now, typically what I do with these, or what I do mostly with these, is I dehydrate them up and I add them to my mixed greens blend. And you can find a video on that right up here. And so this time of year, it's all about harvesting those greens for that blend. And the other thing I do is when I get a leaf like this, and there's more out there, you see how big that is? This is what I use to cover my vinegar pieces when I'm making my vinegar, which I'm going to be doing today. I just harvested a bunch of flowers to make my floral vinegar for my hair wash, and I'll be making a video of that right after this. So be watching for that to come out as well. Anyway, so you can use that to cover. And one thing I don't think I've tried yet, and a lot of people recommend it, is when I go to make my lacto fermented pickles, I'll be putting some grape leaves, at least one, into each jar, and supposedly that's supposed to help with the crispness of it. And I'm sure it probably would taste good pickled as well. If you pick the leaves tiny like this when they're really young and tender, they taste, and just eat it fresh, it tastes quite a bit like a sour grape. It's kind of good. I like it. But that's not, I'll add these ones to salads. It's really good in salad. I'll tear them up and add them to my salads fresh. And so there's the things that I'm currently using the grape leaves for. So dried, and by the way, the mixed greens, if you don't know, what I do with that is, let me show you the jar. Okay, so here's the jar that I keep in the kitchen, and I'm always topping it off. I have lots of jars of mixed greens, actually from last year still. And it has all kinds of goodies in here. And what I do is I'll take a big handful of this and throw this into just about anything I cook. You know, casseroles, soups, stews, sauces, whatever. So we're getting all those good nutrients into our diet. It's just another way to add more of these good nutrients, which I'll be reading to you here in just a minute what all's in the grape leaves, or some of what's in the grape leaves. So anyway, I want to finish getting another tray set up. And then I want to take this out to my dehydrator, which is out in my greenhouse right now, so we don't heat the house up too much. We'll be right back in just a minute. Alright, so I have my grape leaves out on the dehydrator in the greenhouse, and I do use the Nesco. I'll be adding some more grape leaves on there later. So I wanted to share with you why, or what, all I use my grapevines in. But first, I want to start with reading to you a little thing I typed up for my Steam It post that I was telling you about earlier. Just a short list of the nutrients in the grape leaves and what they're good for health-wise. So, grape leaves are high in fiber and vitamins A and K. They are also a good source of calcium and iron. Other important nutrients they contain is magnesium, manganese, and vitamin C. And plus they have a lot more nutrients than that. But a lot of these things are things that we typically in the standard American diet, and I shouldn't say we because we don't really eat the standard American diet anymore, but most of the Americans are missing out on, especially magnesium and manganese, things like that. Just So any way you can get that added into your diet is incredibly important. And the vitamin K, I just love the fact that the grape leaves are high in vitamin K, especially where we live in a more northern climate, and especially in our area where sun is rather rare, especially in the winter. That's a lot of especiallys. So we need to take vitamin D3. We need to add a little bit more to our diet that time of the year. But vitamin D3 really should be taken in conjunction with vitamin K. You need to make sure you're getting plenty of vitamin K in your diet. So good grass-fed butter is one way, and the grape leaves. So getting those grape leaves into all my meals is just a great way for us to get that in there. So some of the health benefits are of the grape leaves include the ability to help boost the immune system, prevent cancer, promote bone, joint, skin, and eye health, help with heart function, protect the nervous system, and so much more. So again, I always just kind of give a short list on some of this stuff, and it's mostly just to let you know that there's so many good healthy things you probably already have growing in your garden and you don't even realize it. So free nutrients. You don't have to go buy vitamins and minerals and capsules and tablets and all that stuff when you can just go out to your garden and make use of what you have growing wild, in some cases, like your dandelions and your plantains. Or if you're growing grapes, you may just be growing it for the grapes, but don't forget those leaves. A lot of good stuff in there. All right, well, I guess I already talked about what I use them for, so I'm just going to do a rough overview just in case I missed it. So I like to dehydrate them up and use them in my mixed greens blend that I put in all my dinners. I use them for my vinegar, and I have made the dolmas before, and adding the little young leaves to the salads. It does add a nice little flavor to the salads, but mostly I do that to get more of those nutrients in there. So I'm sure that many of you could find more other creative ways that you can add grape leaves to your diet. So just to go out and take a taste. The bigger they are, the more tough they are, the better they are just for dehydrating and using for making pickles and stuff, where the younger ones are the ones that are good for eating fresh. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video and that you learned something new. Thanks for watching. Take care and God bless.